Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we built out this whole facility to take water, turn it into saline water, electrolyze it into hydrogen, chlorine, and sodium hydroxide. So that is all up and running. I added another tank over here because the pipe wasn't clearing quite fast enough with only a single pipe. And we're kind of still pushing close, but it seems to be running pretty well. Except for you are not running very well. Well, I think that's something I can probably fix. Maybe? Yeah, I can probably fix that. And also, we did our steam cracking process to make the propane gas that we needed. All right, let's rework that again a little bit. I thought this wasn't a problem, but I guess it actually is. There we go. It's a tad goofy, but it'll work. Alright, and so off-screen I went ahead and built out this loading bay area for the cobalt ore, titanium ore, and hydrochloric acid that we are going to need for the rest of the processes here. So, we're pretty much ready to go to get that going. And I should have all the chemical plants that I need to finish this up as well. So, let's go ahead and get on to it. So first things first, we need to take the propane gas and the chlorine gas that we have up here. We need to convert that into this. Okay. So there's our propane gas. And we need 2 chemical plants to do that. What's the rate? 444.5 per second. That is plenty fine. Doing a single pipe. Okay, so there's the chlorine. And there's our propene. I'm trying to decide how I want to arrange this. Benzene. This'll do. I think. Alright, so what are we making? We're making synthesis alachlorid. Synthesis alachlorid. No, we don't need all... What is it, 6? I see, that's fine. We'll do 2. I'm like, look at this going, you know, I could probably do this as a single. And that doesn't line up correctly. Crud. Oh. All right, so let's get to the right blueprint. There we go. There and there. Okay, so that should work there. Chlorine gas, a little jog in there, and that should fill in. Propane gas. All right, so the allochlorid is going to go into... What's the rate at which we're making the hydrogen? 400 some odd. Okay. 2 flare stacks. A tank. Oh, it'll probably help if that was actually connected. There you go. And there you go. And then we take the hydrochloric acid, the allochlorid gas, and the sodium hydroxide, and we get our epichlorohydrin gas. Alright, we only need a single chemical plant to do that. It's just a matter of which is going to be which. Epichlorohydrin gas. Okay. Yeah, there's the hydrochloric acid. Okay. I'm actually going to bring it up here. Epichlorohydrin. There's that. And now we just need to route a pipe. Go grab the hydrochloric acid. See how many modules we're going to be throwing in there? 1? I want to back that up 1 space. Let's get rid of those trees. Do I still have a pump? I don't see one. Okay, so we'll make another one. Okay, there's our hydrochloric acid. Now we just need to bring up the sodium hydroxide. I'm going to go ahead and route along here. And bring that on through, and that should get that up and running. And then we need to throw that into a tank. I might actually want to increase that output ever so slightly. Just to make sure. Okay. So now we have the epichlorohydrin. So now we need to do the catalytic process with more propene gas. Well, apparently I do need more propene gas. How much more? 200 per second? It should be fine. We can chain that off of there. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so we have our advanced chemical plants. We're going to need our benzene gas, which is here. We're going to need the propene gas, which is there. And then we're going to need oxygen gas, which we have yet to make. Which we'll have to do that. And then the catalysts. Going into 2 of them. Okay. So, for that process, let's do this. All right, so you guys are going to make, yeah, phenyl and acetone. Cumene process, all right. There it is. We've got our 2 output gases. Here's our benzene. Benzene is going in here. Okay. And then the Propene will be going in there. What are the rates? Always got to keep an eye on the rates. 240, 240. Okay, that's easy. Okay. Now for this, 80 per second. That's all we're going to need? Yeah, that's all we're going to need. I'm apparently going to need one more of these. And I'm going to need one of those. No modules. You know what? I'll throw one module in there. We'll throw a buffer tank. On the input and output, and then we have our flare stack. There we go. Actually, let me go ahead and orient that slightly differently just to keep things balanced looking. Alright, and then for you, you go straight in there. You're doing compressed air. And we'll just... Oh. Well. That's unfortunate. Oh, we'll just have to make a longer piece of pipe there. Get around that substation. There we go. All right. Now, I need the catalyst exchange system. That's my plan. To do it like this. Then we come in this way, in that way, and we'll do this as a loop. All right, belt loop. Okay. You guys are making blue metal catalysts, and we need the exchanging. Okay, so where are we going to put the filled ones coming out are going to go on the outside of the belt. And the empty ones are going to go on the inside of the belt. Okay, so filled ones on the outside, empty ones on the inside. So for the filled ones, actually, you probably want to do something like this. You're going to pick up the empties, put them there. You're going to pick up the filled ones and put them there. All right, you're going to grab filled ones. You're going to grab filled ones, and then you're going to empty and empty. Okay, so these on the inside. These on the inside. So then you drop there with an offset there. No, drop there with the offset near. Yes. And then you drop there with the offset near to keep the empties on the inside. All right, good. That's 50. And that's 100. We'll go with 100 to start with. Alright, and I just need the ore. Which will work backwards here, and then we'll just have to flip the belts around. Alright, there's the cobalt. Let me just make sure that comes through. It does. And now the titanium. Alright, and so that should push the titanium through. And then I throw the empties in here. Let's see if I can have that crank out a little bit faster. Is that sufficient? I think it might be, but I'm going to go ahead and put a few more on here. All right, that looks good. Now I then just need to take the more hydrochloric acid and the acetone and the phenol to make the bisphenol A. And then we'll have this. Okay, so where's that hydrochloric acid? How much are we doing in total? Oh, yeah, plenty. All right, where's the hydrochloric acid? Hydrochloric acid is right there. So I might have to steal some of that. Huh. Let's see. Where can I route? I guess we'll route down to there. Okay, so we'll have our two... This guy's in the way. It's alright. We'll have our two chemical plants here. That'll be making our bisphenol A. There you go. All right, and then we'll have hydrochloric acid. How many modules in here? 2? Okay, so I have to eyeball which is which. Okay, let's see. The acetone. All right, this is the acetone. That is the phenol. All right, so you are acetone. Look that through. Good. Okay, there we are. And now we only have one output here. Bisphenol A. At a rate of, what, 400 per second? Throw that into a tank. Actually, one thing I might want to do over here is throw in another loading bay. For the eventual resin. Now we take our 2. You guys here to make the resin. Pump on there, pump on there. You go there. And connect through. And then we need 5. 5 per. And this is creating a liquid resin at a rate of 600 per second. So that's easy. And we'll bring this over to the loading area. And then I just need a set of tanks. There we go. Let me just flip these around so that they're loading instead of unloading. And there we go. Actually, one thing I probably want to do here is... get a robo port here. Just for the additional coverage. And one thing they didn't bring was the actual stop. I know that we have those stored somewhere. I'll go ahead and get the train manufactured while I wait for the stop to arrive. Oh, and actually, we've got these guys in here, so we can go ahead and start hooking them up. There we go. There's the stop. Okay. Gonna be resin north. Resin loading. Sure. And now we just need a place to deliver that. Well, actually, I do have a place to deliver that. It's gonna be down here. But now we need to move on to glass fibers, which we're gonna need 10 per second to make the rocket control units at this rate. So, let's just go ahead and take a look at those recipes real quick. And we're kind of toward the end of the episode, but we'll go ahead and take a look anyway. So, glass fiber is here. We're going to need molten glass. And we're going to need some type of glass mixture, which we have several options. Sand, sodium sulfate, sodium carbonate, and lime. We'll make 4. Alumina, silicon ore, and lime. We'll make 3. Silicon ore and lime will make 2. And just plain old silicon ore will make 1. I'd like to make it like this, if possible. Sodium carbonate. I'm actually making some of that. Brown algae and purified water? Really? Or I could take some sodium and some carbon dioxide. What is the process that I'm currently using to make a bunch of this stuff? Let me take a look at the sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate. We need some sulfuric acid and some sodium hydroxide to make sodium sulfate. Interesting. Just look at these numbers. 200 per second sulfuric acid. Here's a question. I am producing a byproduct of 431.6 per second hydrogen sulfide gas. If I were to make sulfuric acid, right, we would need some 200 per second. Just hold on. Actually, let me do this differently. Nope, that's not what I want to look at. Let's actually queue it up here. We need sulfuric acid. Okay. We need 300 per second sulfur dioxide gas, which we can do it either by taking calcium sulfate and purified water. No. Sulfur and oxygen gas. We can get the sulfur. Hydrogen sulfide gas and oxygen gas. 100 per second. All right. And then for the oxygen gas, we'll just do this the standard way. Purified water. That's easy peasy. Oh, we're actually producing purified water. There's this process. Sodium. Hydrogen gas and the sodium hydroxide. No. Sodium sulfate. No. Salt. Salt and The salt would come from water. And that still wouldn't make me... Okay, hold on. If I did this, right, we would need the salt. Okay, so for this, we would do that. And then for this, we would do that. And then I would need a little extra purified water. Okay. I think that's a plan. And since it uses this hydrogen sulfide gas that we have available over here, we might do it over here. Alright, let's pin that up. And then that will be the project for next time. Is getting all this together to make our sodium and our sodium hydroxide. I mean, we're making a bunch of that, but not enough. I mean, what I could do is just put the output of this process here, because we're going to need the sodium anyway, into this belt, and then just throw that into there, and then we can just run off of that. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and work on this process over here. But for now, we'll stop for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.